Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So today we are going to be looking at the second release of the 0.55 update on the experimental branch. So if you saw yesterday's video, you know that they didn't have zombies in the first release of this update on experimental because they were still working on them, but now in the second release they are ready for us to test out the new zombie AI, the new zombie animation system, and also the first implementation of the stealth system. There was also an increased amount of zombies in this experimental. And don't forget that I did state in an earlier status report when we covered, I believe the status report from about 2 weeks ago, is that they want to eventually get to 5 times more zombies than in the current stable. So that's what they are working towards right now. In this update we saw more zombies right now on experimental, and eventually we will get to 5 times more zombies than what's currently on stable, which is going to be very exciting. Also, don't forget that all of this is still a work in progress, so the new animations, the new AI, and of course the first implementation of the stealth system is all still a work in progress. What I will be doing in this video though is testing out how it is currently on experimental and kind of giving you a look at how things have changed with these zombies now. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what you'll notice right away is that the zombies move in a more natural way. What that means is that you see them walking and roaming the cities, just crossing the streets. Even if they're not aggroed on anything, they're still walking around and actually moving throughout the cities and throughout the streets. They no longer just stand around and wait for you to go up to them and hit them. They're always active. I didn't see one zombie standing around. Every single zombie that I saw was walking, roaming the cities, roaming the streets, or even just out in the fields. So it's more natural. It feels like, that's what a zombie would be doing instead of just standing there. They are now more walking around and doing a lot more moving than they used to. Before you'd get the occasional zombie that would walk around, but most would just stand still until they either aggroed or until you hit them. No, these will walk around the cities, they will walk around the streets, kind of roam the cities, which is kind of nice. And yeah, that's the first thing that you will notice with these new zombies. So since we've talked about that, now let's talk about the first implementation of the stealth system and how this changes things. So as you saw, the zombies will walk around. You can see right there is a zombie just walking around out there in the field. Now in 5.4 or any earlier updates, a zombie like that would actually aggro on me from that far away. But now that your stance affects the visibility, I'm actually crouched and just sitting here, and you'll see the zombie will look towards me but will not aggro from that far. So in earlier updates they would even aggro before you even saw them. From this distance they would definitely aggro. You can see how close I am here, but I'm still crouched, still moving, and the zombie does not aggro on me. We will get much closer than this and actually show how close you need to get if you're still in a crouched position for the zombie to actually aggro. This is kind of nice. I enjoy this. If someone wants to play in a more stealthy way, this will work inside of cities. Just make sure that you are crouched and try to make sure that the zombie is not facing you. You'll see here with the zombie having its back turned to me, I'm able to move up a lot closer than I normally would be. You can see how close we are getting right here. Still crouched. Now in the future, and there's the aggro. So finally, after getting that close, the zombie probably heard my footsteps right there and aggroed on me, but you get the idea of it. And there is plans in the future where silencers will help with the stealth, and also camoed or dark clothing will also help when you're trying to be more stealthy. But right here you can also see I went into a house, closed the door. It was nice to see that the zombie didn't try to get through. Instead, just kind of walked around outside and stayed in the area. Okay, so next we have new animations for zombie attacks. These are pretty cool. We can see them here with the old man zombie, which was added a few updates back, but these are not final. As they stated, these are not final. They will be improving these, but you can get an idea of what these look like right here. Also, there is different animations for when you're running. So if a zombie is running behind you, they will do different animations, as you will see here in this next clip. There was a player below me. He was trying to run away from a zombie, and one of them comes up to him and does a different animation that I didn't see back there with the old man zombie. So pretty cool stuff. Just remember, this is still not final, and they will be continuing to improve these animations. So I did also want to show that the bodies of dead zombies blocking doorways and blocking you from entering or leaving a building doesn't seem to be an issue anymore, at least not from what I've tested. So as you can see right here, there's a dead zombie in the doorway, and I was able to just exit and enter the building just fine with no issues, so that seems to be fixed. So the last thing that we are going to cover in this video is the zombies now reacting to being hit. There are plans to actually changing it right now. They all pretty much react in the same way to all the melee weapons, but in the future there are plans to have them react in different ways to different weapons, and also depending on where they're hit. They also gave us a picture, a little sneak peek of what we can expect in future updates from the zombies. There was an example of a zombie and what would happen to it if you actually hit it in the legs, and it will turn into just a crawling zombie, and you can see that picture right there. So cool stuff there. Right now there is the reactions, but as I said, those reactions will eventually change depending on what weapon you're using and where you hit the zombies. That's what they stated in the forum post. But I do want to thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like. If you are new to the channel, subscribe for more videos like this one, and thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all next time.